What's up, YouTubians? This is Mo's Flow, aka Dr. Mo, and welcome to my channel. Tonight, I want to talk about when love don't mean a thing, because you know what? Valentine's Day is fast approaching, and how many of y'all gonna be getting something for Valentine's Day? How many of y'all think you're gonna be getting something for Valentine's Day, and then when Valentine's Day come, you're looking at the door every minute, trying to see if something is coming and nothing shows up? You better ask somebody. You better do a reality check, okay? I have a new blog called Most Flow on WordPress. I want y'all to check it out. I'm going to link this blog below. Click on the link. Make sure to read it. There are some great self-help tips in that blog. But you know, I don't know quite where to begin with this vlog. So I'm going to begin on a positive note by saying that the message that I want to relay is not meant to hurt or cast blame or to point fingers, and hopefully it will help you to understand where I'm coming from and where you have been and where you need to go. Because it really bothers me when individuals, when people in relationships stay in relationships that are toxic, and they don't realize that hurt people. And unfortunately, the greatest victims in toxic relationships become the children who are overlooked in the heat of the moment in those relationships. So that's basically what I want to be talking about tonight. So saying that, many romantic long-term partners live in bondage. They ignore the signs. They remain held captive by the feeling of love they have for their mates. And in a lot of cultures, like in the Caribbean culture, in the Indian culture, in the African culture, a lot of those relationships were forged sometimes at very early ages. Sometimes even in Western civilization culture, you see individuals that fall in love in high school or in middle school, and they stay together. And some of these individuals end up getting married. Some of them go off to college, come back, rekindle, get married, whatever, right? But what do you really know about this person? With maturity comes the pain of knowing that, both of you were too young to, basically overcome life obstacles and basically face the reality that the love that you thought you shared was not strong enough to withstand the test of time. It was not strong enough to withstand life's challenges and all the obstacles and the barriers that was thrown your way. you know a great factor that affects many relationships today is infidelity. When a man cheats on a woman, or a woman cheats on a man, or people just lie in relationships. They lie for all the right reasons that turn out to be all the wrong reasons. Like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I've been in relationships where I've been lied to, and I've been in relationships where probably I've lied. You know what I'm saying? I always try to be, listen, no, guys, don't even. I know y'all are out there shaking your heads. I always try to be the best woman that I can be in a relationship. I always do. Now, when I go bad or when I deviate, it's because I've given all I can and all I had to give, and it was taken for granted over and over again. And I ain't no fool, okay? You ain't gonna throw me no curveball, okay? Or you ain't gonna throw the ball to hit me deliberately, and I'm not gonna get up and fight back. I mean, it is what it is. It's human nature, right? So, many romantic partners live in bondage, ignoring signs, and they remain held captive in the feeling of love that they have for their mates. You know, and the the infidelity that you evidence in relationship is evidenced by spiteful, lust-filled interruptions, and it is often seen and known by both parties, but both parties refuse to acknowledge the continued deceit that plague these relationships. And so the two most common types of love that I talk about are Ludus, okay? And let me tell y'all about them Ludus people. Them Ludus people, people that are Ludus. I guess in a relationship you need a yin and a yang. But let me tell y'all about them Ludus people. They're the ones that you need to avoid, okay? Um, Ludus people play games. They think that love is a game to be played. Like, I'm going to win. Like, you're not going to get nothing over on me. I'm going to win over on you. So their goal is to control you, or gain control over the other person through manipulation. And people who experience the Ludus kind of love, um, they're the people, they have multiple partners, like multiple love interests, because again, they are conquerors. Their thing is like, okay, I'm gonna conquer her, or him, and him. Unfortunately for the women, when they're Ludus lovers, they get labeled in derogatory ways, versus for the men, when they're Ludus lovers, it's not really a big deal in our society, even though women may call them dogs or snakes or whatever you want to call them. I mean, come on, what really is the big deal or the ramifications for a man that is a Ludus lover versus a woman that's a Ludus lover? I mean, like, she really gets labeled and branded in society. And so, these kind of lovers, they normally lie, cheat, deceive. Um, it's all a part of the game. It's all a part of trying to conquer you. And um, it is satisfying for the Ludus lover to try to outwit the partner by exploiting their weak spots. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of men that cheat, or that are in deceitful relationships, they play on their women. They like to come and say, oh, I love you. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Or I didn't mean to hurt you. Or they buy gifts after hurting you. Hey, those are Ludus lovers. And then, you have Eros lovers. Eros lovers are lovers. Like, they want to do everything right in the relationship. And in the beginning of the relationship, there is always a lot of passion with the Eros lover. The Eros lover has this intense love, and they desire intimacy. They offer that passion, and they offer a strong sexual and emotional component to their love. That's the Eros lover. If you have an Eros lover, that person is normally like very romantic. They're very romantic, the Eros lover. And they're very passionate. It's a kind of love that creates excitement. It's a kind of love that makes you want to come home to love. And unfortunately, I'm going to tell you, the Ludus lover, if the Ludus lover finds 3 Eros lovers, that Ludus lover is in heaven. I want to conquer all 3. Hey, how can I go out and find more to conquer? That's a Ludus lover. That's what that's what we know today, ladies, as and gentlemen, as cheaters, okay? And that's why we have so many shows like Cheaters. In relationship, it normally becomes evident to a party. And ladies, I'm not trying to be, and guys, I'm not trying to be like smart here. Like, I do have a smart mouth. So sometimes I may say things that's really smart and sarcastic sometimes. But hey, I'm a realist, right? And I'm going to tell y'all something. It's mostly the women in the relationship that normally finds out that the other party is cheating. It's called women's intuition, right? Women's intuition. Well, it's not women's intuition. To me, it's just plain old common sense, okay? And there are signs that you need to look for. Like, for instance, the person is always picking a fight. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, this person is always picking a fight with you. He cheating, or she cheating. Well, I can't. Look. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. Guys, I'm not going to go against the grain with the sisters right here today, okay? I'm going to talk from a woman's point of view. So, girls, if he's always picking a fight with you, you got to look out. That's a red flag, okay? And When a man is cheating, they are less understanding and less forgiving. If your man used to be so understanding and so forgiving, and things used to be so happy, and all of a sudden the tables have turned and his emotions are changing, honey, he checking something else out outside there. Okay? And if he's criticizing you, like, oh, why your hair always gotta be like this, and he normally love your hair, he loved the natural look, he loved the kinks, or he loved the silky feel of your hair, and all of a sudden, ladies, he wants you to put a perm in your hair to make your hair curly, or dye your hair blonde, or dye your hair red, or he don't want your kinks, or he don't want your natural looks, he wants your hair to be straight, or maybe he don't want your hair to be straight, he wants your hair to be kinky. He always criticizing you, honey. He comparing you to somebody else. Okay, point blank period. I don't care. He comparing you to somebody else. And he may become abusive, because now you are an intrusion. You are somebody that's blocking this Ludus lover from his next Eros. Okay? So the thing is, like, yesterday I was watching this this movie, and it was an African movie. I watch these Nigerian movies all the time, right? So I was watching this Nigerian movie, and it was a girl, and her sister's boyfriend told her he loved her. And he was like, oh, I don't love your sister, I love you. He was giving her all kind of money, wanting to sleep with her, so on and so forth. She ended up getting pregnant. He flipped the script. Oh, that's not my child. I don't want you. Why would I want you when I got your sister? I only slept with you because I couldn't get to your sister. Your sister wouldn't give it up, so I decided to just get with the next best thing that's closest to her. Long story short, the girl was like, well, you got me pregnant, you're going to marry me, I'm going to my husband's house. So she comes to his house, meets the door open, walks in. I don't know. Oh, he was in jail. They had arrested him, but they had left his front door open and nobody closed it. So she walks into his compound, walks into his house, and she makes herself at home. And he comes home and he's like, why are you here? To make a long story short, this guy kept trying to get rid of this girl, and he could not get rid of her. And he became so desperate because he really wanted to be with the sister that he plotted ways to kill her. Everything that he tried did not work until finally, he used to abuse her. And one day he beat her so bad that she ended up dying, So that's like, she was blocking him. He was a Ludus lover. She was blocking him from conquering the next Eros, which was the sister, because the sister was not yet conquered. Remember, the sister didn't give it up. You understand? And as soon as she gave it up, he flipped the script on her, like, okay, I conquered you. I don't want you no more. Get out of my life. Leave me alone. I want to conquer the next Eros. Okay? So, then your man don't want to do nothing with you. He's reluctant to do things together with you or spend time together with you. He cheating. Another sign is like, he may become less gentle, polite, or concerned about your feelings, concerned about anything. He's not interested in having sex with you. He's not, because he's getting it elsewhere. Okay? You normally used to make love, and now you're just having sex. So it's more physical. There is no emotions in it. And ladies, you can feel when the emotions have changed. Okay? You can feel when it's more physical and there is no love behind of the thrust. Okay? So your Ludus lover has moved on. And then all of a sudden he dressing up. He putting earrings in his ear. You 50 something years old, but you wearing an earring and you trying to look cute. Who you trying to look cute for? Ain't me. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you need to be asking him. But you need to be recognizing these signs. He's not remembering your birthday. He's not remembering your anniversary, your wedding anniversary. He's not remembering special moments. He's not noticing if you change your hair. There's always an argument over finances. His work schedule is changing. There's so many conflicts in the household. He don't care to eat your cooking anymore. You understand? So I mean, it's really crazy. That's like Karen White, Superwoman. If you really want to know what these kind of signs are, or what Eros love is, you could read, I mean, listen to Karen White's Superwoman, or listen to Tamia Hill's Stranger in My House. You know, those are the the instances or situations where you see Eros and Ludus lovers, okay, changing. And so, I'm going to just wrap this on up, guys, because I mean, I think that through self growth and maturity, one or both partners should begin to realize that they have both developed life and love experiences and expectations. And interference plays an adverse role. Interference from another man or another woman in your relationship, interference from society, interference from children, interference from parents. Just life happens and it plays an adverse role. And because of all the pain and the hurt and the lies and deceit, then the trust that you both were supposed to be building has died. And so the reality is that if there is so much negative interference in love, then couples never really grow in all aspects of life with each other to a level of unity that yields unbreakable bond. And one day the realization that you didn't really know each other will sink in. It will sink in. I mean, like, you could have been with a man forever and a day. You could have been with a man, married to this man. Y'all are sharing so many different things together, and the realization that you didn't know each other will sink in. But what can you do? People stay perpetually married, living in bondage called love. You know, well, I know what to do. I say to take back your life, because we live in a diverse universe. There's a great world out there, and there is someone for everyone. But if you're happy, you're going to attract happiness to your life. And guys, that's all I got to say about that. So go find your Eros and leave those Ludus alone. Until next time, this is Mo's Flow. Please do not forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos like this, as well as more hands-on self-help videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of things. I'm going to be sharing recipes with you guys. I'm going to be just sharing a lot of things with you guys about life, self-help, upliftment, and empowerment. Thank you, guys.